Welcome to Captain's Quarters First Class, a podcast about outdoor lighting, Christmas lighting, landscape lighting, soffit lighting. I'm Captain Matt. You can check out CaptainMattOutdoors.com to apply for personal mentorship with me. And that's what I kind of want to talk about on this episode is that the Christmas industry lacks leadership. What does that mean? So often, and I'm not going to, it's not about specific people. There's amazing people in the Christmas light industry. I know them well. I'm friends with them, really enjoy spending time with them, and they're doing great things for the industry. What I'm talking about is there's so many training programs to teach you how to install lights. And then after that, the support ends unless you're buying their product, unless you have an ordering question for the product that they're pushing, the product that they're selling. I have no problem with people who train to sell their product. None at all. It's a great business to have. Well, where is the guy that you can lean on who will coach and mentor you in the Christmas light industry without expecting you to buy something from him, something from his links? Now, of course, I have various affiliate partners that if you want to use what I'm using and you buy it, then I'll get a kickback. But at the end of the day is I don't care, because when I do my personal Captain's Crew mentoring program, whether you want to do Christmas lighting, soffit lighting, landscape lighting, or all three at the same time, or 2 out of 3, it's what I do. It's what I still do. It's what I've done. I've already built it, right? I've already done the 7-figure Christmas light thing. So this isn't, will I get there? This isn't, watch me get there, watch me grow. Hey, I just started a few years ago. Watch, see how fast I'm building now that I'm doing it. And it's different, right? I don't have the product sales to boost my ad spend or boost all this stuff. The grind, the hustle, the build was based on the value I brought to each individual Christmas client I was decorating for, and great branding and great marketing that I had to fund all through work from Christmas decorating, right? I started in 2009 doing Christmas guys. And first year I had those 3 clients, right? I've talked about it before. All of the marketing, all of the ad spend, all of that was generated from work I sold through the Christmas guys doing time mainly residential Christmas decorating. It's still mainly residential, really good mix of commercial, but so often I see guys with these questions on Facebook groups, and they're going in asking about how many lights can they put on a C9 wire? Should I use 12-inch, 15-inch, 18-inch? Should I use C7? Should I use C9? And all of the answers are based just on what those people use or what those people are selling. And it's fucking ridiculous. It's no different than when someone asks me, how much should I charge? How much should I charge for landscape lighting? How much should I charge for soffit lighting? How much should I charge for Christmas lighting? How the fuck would I know that? I don't know your business. I don't know your numbers, right? You need to cover your costs, make a profit. So when people come in and they tell you, oh, you should use C7s, only use C7s. Why? It's because of what I use. Okay. Well, that's a pretty fucking stupid reason to use it. How much should I charge for brand trapping? Well, I'll charge $35, $45 a strand. Okay, why? Well, it's what I charge. Oh, okay, cool. Right, so just such bad advice, and we continually go onto Facebook, and the people that are the fucking loudest are usually the fucking stupidest. Right? The people that I see giving information haven't built shit. The people that I see answering the most, maybe do 100 or 150,000 of top line revenue, and it's this fucking side hustle for them. Main guys who answer those questions and pretend like they're hot shit literally have a high paying job 3 months out of the year. That's it. They don't even have a business. They're still out there in the field hanging the damn lights. So why is it that there's, so we're turning to these people? Yes, we turn to other business owners because it can be a great support network. They understand what we're going through. But my Lord, we argue about the stupidest things in the Christmas light industry. Pricing, of course, pricing is always an argument in the industry. Rent versus lease, which means rent versus lease. No, rent versus purchase lights or sell lights, right? You can lease the lights, you can sell the lights. People argue about that. You should do this, you should do that. I can see the benefits and the pros and the cons on both sides of the issue versus renting and selling lights. But when someone comes in like, this is the only way because it's what I do, there's a certain loss of respect that comes from that because they're not asking any qualifying questions to you. As a coach, as a mentor, as an industry leader, you need to know some information about the person you're trying to help, right? So often it can be, well, you should be charging, $10, $12 a foot. The guy doesn't have 2 dimes to scrape together. The guy's been working 50 hours a week at his regular job, living paycheck to paycheck, barely meeting the fucking mortgage. And you're going to tell him that he's an asshole and that he's no good because he doesn't charge what you charge? The fuck out of here, man. It's horrible. It's horrible to do to that person. And it's horrible to do the industry at large, not the pricing thing, but just how we answer. Now, of course, there are, industry standards and industry averages. But when you have a real question like that and you put it into a public Facebook group or private public Facebook group, you got to remember who's answering you. Most of the guys answering you have the time to answer you. Not all of them. There's some great advice that comes in there. I've learned things from there too. You can learn things from anybody if you're open to it. But be careful who you're listening to, right? Because there are other ways to be successful. You don't have to do things the exact same way I did it to be a success in my book, right? I want you to win. And wanting you to win looks different to each person. Some guys want a high-paying job. They want to work 3 to 4 months out of the year and then do nothing the other 8 months out of the year. And they just want to know that they have that high-paying job. They're going to make the sales. They're going to go out and do the jobs. That's okay. And the Facebook groups will tell you it's not okay. But if that's what you want, that's okay. We all have different dreams and different goals and different ideas of what success look like. If you want to run the business and not be in the field, that's okay. If you want to get to the point where you're scaling and you're having 3, 4, 5 crews, that's okay. If you don't ever want more than 1 crew, that's okay. There can be different things you do based on what your real goals and dreams are. Having a massive Christmas light business creates massive headaches, creates massive exposure, creates massive insurance payments, creates massive workers' comp payments, right? It's not all just unicorns and rainbows when you start making a bunch of money. Like, your problems get amplified. So the structure that you base it on may have been flawed, or there's cracks in your foundation. Well, the problem is once you start building, those cracks get bigger. Those cracks are more exposed. Those cracks really seem to be the Grand Canyon all of a sudden, especially when you grow too fast. So I just want to tell all of you, when you're looking for advice in the Christmas light, be careful who you're taking the advice from. If it's a random person on Facebook, what have they done? And what is it that you're looking to do? Not every person that asks a question wants to scale to $1 million. And that's okay. It's so crazy. And I got caught up into it, right? That's why that first year, I'll never forget, the first time I hit the $1 million revenue mark, I was so fucking excited for about 30 seconds. And I was like, well, now what? What did that do for me? Just so I could say I did it. Yep, did it. Check. Great. What did that mean? The business was too sloppy, right? It was all focused in that fourth quarter, obviously for Christmas, and just so much shit and working 80, 90 hours a week. Not just me, my guys too, right? Everyone just busting their balls. And for me, I made less money that year. But hey, I hit over $1 million in revenue, right? So when you look at something and you're asking for advice, it's important that you know what the intention of that answer is. Is it to sell you a specific product? Is it to point you in the direction of what that guy's goals are, what that guy's dreams are. Like if you ask me, hey, Matt, what should I do for Christmas? And I tell you, you just want to get to like 250, 300,000, and that's it. Don't grow it over that. That could be horrible advice for you, or it could be the best advice you've ever received. Be careful. Know what your goals are, because scaling for the sake of scaling is stupid. And guess what? You don't really impress anybody. Like it's all fugazi shit. Like people will, clap for you, like it. No one gives a shit. No one thinks about you after they hit that like button on Facebook that you did 1 million, that you did 750, that you did 500. You're not motivating anybody. No one around you is impressed in real life. They're impressed when you tell them, and that's about it. Then they forget. They don't remember. It doesn't fucking matter. Your revenue, your top line revenue number that you brag about doesn't fucking matter. What are you doing? Are you doing good in the community? Are you making a difference? Are you leaving a legacy? Or are you all of a sudden catching up on all your bills, getting out of debt, taking care of that backdated mortgage, finally having that 3 to 6 months in your emergency fund and not living paycheck to paycheck? And you're going to grind, you're going to side hustle, you're going to have a great job for the Christmas season to support your other job that happens all year long. That's the beauty of it. There's no right or wrong when it comes to this. What are your intentions? What are your goals? And what are your dreams? What's the big picture? Then scale it back? What's the next 12 to 16 months look like? What's the win look like in 1 year? And then work on that, because we often exaggerate fully what we can get done in a month and underestimate completely what we can get done in a year. So look at the year mark, look at the 16-month mark. What does that impossible goal look like for you? And then work on it. But don't choose to scale because someone else did. Don't choose that you want when I ask guys what their goals are and they tell me some revenue mark, what? Well, that's easy. It's easy to hit a goal when it's a revenue mark. It's not easy to hit a goal when there's actual reason behind why you want that revenue. Because revenue alone doesn't do anything. What's your profit? Or maybe you're reinvesting, whatever the case might be. So maybe you have a $150,000 profit. Well, does that take you 500,000 in revenue, or 1 million, or 2 million, right? Who's more successful? The guy at 500,000 making 150, or the guy at 1 million revenue making 150? So often we look at the guy making 1 million as, I want to be like him. But the guy doing half his revenue is making the same amount of money in his own pocket. You need to pay attention to that stuff. If you're in the Christmas light industry, or you're just starting out and you have a few years under your belt, you want to do more, you're, and 300,000 or less, and you want guidance, you want a coach and mentor that is one-on-one, that'll be there for you, that will answer your questions, not based on the product that you're going to buy, not based on what I want you to do, but based on what your real goals, intentions, and dreams are. Look into me, CaptainMattOutdoors.com. Apply for mentoring. Right now, the page is landscape lighting focused. Christmas light page will be up shortly. I've been doing this for a long time. Back in 2009, 2010, making videos. I've talked to guys now that you guys would all know their name that started out watching my fucking YouTube videos when I had Walmart lights on a fold-up black table made in the church that I was attending, so that I could film videos for YouTube, teaching people how to hang Christmas lights. I think you should get trained on how to hang Christmas lights. That's vital. Know what you're doing out there in the field. You can be superior and the best in your market. But then what? Surround yourself, pay for mentorship, pay for coaching, do more. The guys who win, honestly, are the ones who seek out the help from people who have been there. I've learned it across my life. I've tried to do it myself. Then when I found coaches and mentors and realized that I can pay people to shortcut myself and pay thousands to save hundreds of thousands, that's when it clicked. And that changed everything in my world. So anyways, hope you guys go out there. Remember, when you're asking on Facebook or Instagram or anything for advice, who is answering you and why are they answering that way? It matters. I want you all to think about that, because you can get into this fucking karmic loop of negativity and depression, thinking you're not good enough when you ask a question or you post a picture and everyone's like, you didn't bulb the peak. Go fuck yourself. You know how many millions of dollars I made not bulbing the peak? More than you, right? So it's crazy that that's what we focus on and we don't build each other up and encourage each other. The natural reaction when you post a picture, you ask a question, is to tear the fucking person down, and it's ridiculous. Surround yourself with people that are going to build you up, encourage you, call you on your bullshit, but help you and encourage you and be there for you when you need it. Anyways, I hope this message landed with some of you. Have a great week. I'll talk to you later.